Right now, my camper van wiring looks like this. The outlets work, the USB ports work, but it's an absolute mess. And if I'm actually gonna try to stay in this van, I'm gonna try to get jacked in this van, this setup isn't gonna cut it. Today, I'm gonna be building a control column to clean this mess up. This column will hold the water pump switch, the USB ports, the light switch, the heater controller, and the 120 volt outlet. If this works, the van will finally start to look like a camper van instead of a pile of wires. So, let's build it, shall we? All right, so this is the game plan. I ran to Home Depot and I bought 2 junction boxes, about one up here, about one for down here. But here's what I'm doing. I got all these switches, all these wires, all these conduits that are all gonna go into this little beam here. I'm gonna build a little box around this beam. My 120 volt is gonna be inside of this junction box. And then my water pump switch is gonna be right above like this. My 2 USB ports have these inline connectors. So these inline connectors will be inside of this box. I got the same inline connectors for my lights that'll go inside on the top part of it. What I was gonna do at first is I was just gonna put a thin piece of Luan right here, but that would just be too difficult because these boxes don't fit inside of these holes here. So what I did is I fastened some backing using some metal angle, and then I used a right-handed pair of snips to build little straps like this, and then I just fastened them here with panhead metal drilling screws. So this is gonna be some odd framing because of what I chose to do. So I'm gonna have a bottom run right here. I'm gonna have a top run about right here. I'm gonna have a piece here, and then yeah, that should be enough to support our panel. So I'm gonna fasten this one down here first. Then I added in little framing blocks so I have something to fasten my panels to. So for my backing pieces, this is just a cutoff piece that I haven't touched. This is from my countertop that I built the last time. So this is the countertop cutoff piece. This would be great backing. Nobody's gonna see this piece, so it can just be framework. So I got all the power shut off in the van. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting some wires in these boxes and kind of organizing these wires a little bit more before I start building this box. All right, so these junction boxes are set, but now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna build my face panel first. I have these blocks here, boom, boom, a block down here, and then I don't have anything up here yet. You're gonna find out why later. But all I'm gonna do is, this is a piece of cardboard, obviously. I am gonna use this for my template. You can see I already have some pencil lines on it already just to start. All I'm doing though is my left side, I'm gonna have a little strip of Luan right here like this, bang. You can see that it's pretty plumb. So I'm gonna measure my tape measure from the inside of this Luan to the center of each hole. So an easy way for me to describe this is I'm gonna have my outlet, I'm gonna have my outlet inside like this, right? So I'm gonna measure from the Luan to the center of my outlet, so like 1 7/8 inches. And then I'm gonna get my up number on it, which you can't really see it, but it's about 3 7/8. Just the centers. And then when I get all the centers to my circles, I'm gonna measure out the full width of it, 2 5/8, and then I'm gonna cut a 2 5/8 hole in the middle so it'll fit perfectly when I throw the face up. But I don't feel very comfortable cutting this on Luan right away. If the cardboard fits over it properly and everything looks good, then I'll just transfer everything from the cardboard over to the Luan. So this is our little rough draft. All right, so honestly, this looks really good from my perspective. This heater doesn't really fit. I'm gonna have a bit of an overhang when I hook this heater up, but honestly, do I care? Not really. I could get a flush cut and I could cut a little divot in this framing member so the wire can sit inside of this framing member to allow it to be more centered. Am I gonna do that? No, I'm just gonna let it hang from this side. It's not that big of a deal. This is my project. It's not like I have a foreman breathing over my neck looking for perfection. So this is good. I'm gonna pull this down and I'm going to transfer this template into a piece of Luan. Oh yeah, this is gonna look really nice when it gets installed. And then I can just push this wire back a little bit. It'll be just like that. And it covers the wire too, or it covers the screw too, which is kind of nice. So this is really coming together now. You can see everything is just tucked back here and there's no wires being pinched anywhere. But this is what we got right now. So I got this little cutoff block here from a past project that I saved. And then I got a shim, another shim. If I glue both sides of this, I can fit this block up here like this, make it square, make it tight, and then I'll do wood glue just on this side so I can remove this panel in the future if I need be. But if this is glued on here, I can staple my left side panel to the top here. So this is just gonna add for an extra framing member. So we're gonna do that real quick. So as long as we're fragile with it, we don't want to fasten anything from the face to this just yet.
Now that the front panel is installed, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side.
So I'm gonna do the same template trick for this left side wall. So I can pull this out for now. And what I'm thinking is I could just get a full height on it and then just slowly take my time with this top portion. And then when I'm done, I can have it up like this. I could push it tight like this, and then I can run my pencil along this face, down it, just to create the curve. So I'll mess around with the template and see what I can do. All right, so my piece is looking good right about now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trace this on some Luan and I'm just gonna cut it out and install it. If everything is wired correctly, all this stuff's gonna work. So we're gonna test it all out right now.
My boy lean on tricks and they do with me. You run to me. I wanna get closer, just run away. Can't fuck with me, bitch, you will throw away. So working on music, I'm here to stay. Como lo quiere, not the whole plomo. Running a mission, I did it on solo. Muy malo, no how do they call him El Toro. I'm racing it down while I'm heading up solo. Find me and how I don't wanna go home. Lost in my head,
So, my van life routine is pretty simple. I just hear my alarm clock go off. I can roll over right here. I already pre-made my coffee from last night. I can reverse the fan so I don't get mold growth buildup. Alright, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I sleep right next to this coffee. So I'm just reversing the condensation out of here. I saw I was getting that. But we're gonna put this in a cup and we're gonna go hit the gym real quick.
Alright, so I got a new gym. This is my second day here. We're feeling pretty sweet. I say change. I'm in a whole different location now, so I had to get something in the gym. Here, we got like 8 different rooms with machines. So this gym is really cool. But today's upper day, so I always start with the chest. My chest hasn't really caught up with my upper body yet. I want to get a nice taper right here before I move on to something else. We're going to do some machine movements. These are pretty straightforward. I don't need to talk about form. As long as when you're pressing, you got your hands right at like your, right at your nipple range, I'd say. If you lower your seat, you're going to be up here. Eventually you'll probably hurt yourself. I know eventually I'll hurt myself if I have my arms up here going or too low. And if you have it too low, then it'd be the equivalent of doing a decline chest press, which you could do, but I'm not focusing on that today. So I'm going to do a quick superset on this machine right here. I just did those chest presses over there. I see this machine available, so I'm going to take it. So the biggest thing for supersetting is not to train the same muscle in the same superset unless you're training with higher volume. I think the perfect sweet spot for me at least is to do one drop set and declare it one set. Because you're training your muscle to actual failure with your drop set, and then you're supersetting with a whole different muscle group that you can also do. Dang, I can do a perfect triple superset over here. The maximum I would go for supersets is probably a triple. If I go anywhere over 3 supersets at a time, I start feeling psychological too. So if you're in a time crunch and you need to do supersets, figure out how many you can do before you geek out. Because doing supersets is a good way to speed up your lift, but at the same time you need to still train at the same efficiency that you're training as if you were not training with any supersets at all.